So what is going on, guys? It's been super long. Actually hasn't been that long, but I mean my camera got dust on it, so that just kind of shows me that it's been a while. Anyway, guys, so today I actually want to do an update video on the air oil separator. It's been a couple weeks that I've had it, and I have ran into some issues, which I kind of fixed, and I kind of figured out what the problem was. All right, so before we get started, I just want to say thank you to all the people that have been supporting lately. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for even, giving me a follow on Instagram. You guys are absolutely awesome. I know I haven't really been posting lately. I haven't even been posting pictures on Instagram, which kind of sucks because, one, I don't really have time to take pictures, with work and all that stuff. By the time I get home, I'm just dead tired. I try to spend a little bit of time on this project car that I have. And again, I don't even know if it's going to work or not. I don't even know if it's going to get finished. And I have this issue where I start something and something comes up and I never get to finish it. Just for example, the rear bumpers. So if you do find these videos informative, if they do help, definitely give this video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing if you aren't subscribed already. Again, thank you guys so much for the love, the support, and all that. So, all right, guys. So now that we got all that out the way, I actually got a check engine light on my Lexus. The code I'll put somewhere here. I'll put a picture of it that I took on my phone, and it stated that it was system tooling or something like that. For some reason, I knew it was the PCV valve, but I was kind of tripping out. I thought it was like the MAF, the throttle body, and oxygen sensor, and the whole nine. So the way I kind of troubleshot this whole situation, I basically disconnected the whole air oil separator, and I put everything back to stock. I basically took this off, and I clamped that with the stock clamp that was on there before, and check engine light went away. That was basically the fix for it. So if you guys are running into that same issue and you do have an air oil separator, that there is probably some type of leak, a vacuum leak in your PCV system. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna plug back in the air oil separator, but this time we're going with these bad boys. I only hooked up one last time, and I believe I should have just done the whole system and I would never have that problem. So if you do have a vacuum leak in your system, that is probably why you're getting a check engine light. But before we do all of that, I'm just gonna take this out and show you guys what it looks like inside. Just like so. Place this. And I don't have a clear cut, but I did cut a water bottle. And I don't want to see the gunk, man. Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck? And I don't know if you can check that out, but that is some pretty grimy stuff. Like check that out. That is some gunky stuff in there. Yo, how did I hook this up again? Alright, so a little trick to get this line over the PCV valve. I am gonna use some WD-40. I am just gonna spray the edge of it. I don't want it to drip down the whole thing. Move that bad boy up. Drain all that excess. All the corners. I'll just throw some WD on that fitting right there, so that way I won't have an issue. Oh, it's cold. It's so freaking freezing, bro. Take that. Alright guys, and that's pretty much all it takes. So down here we got this hose, and I always try to keep it facing me because it's always easier to take off. Sometimes they kind of get twisted and it becomes a pain in the ass. I kind of regret putting back that stupid little hose clamp thing from the stock one, because that's gonna be a bitch to get off. But what I'll do is I'll probably just slip it down from below and just pull out the top. And that's routed this way. This is routed this way. This is routed to PCV. I have to go back and watch my videos because I gotta make sure I connected that properly. Because that video was just confirmed by R Racing, so I know it was corrected properly. It was connected properly, so I'm gonna go back and check that out. Also, it is freezing out here, as I mentioned like 50 times before. But yo, check this out. This is the project joint, okay? Now, plans for this car is pretty simple. It looks like a whole heap of junk. I gotta get this exhaust out. Took out the engine bay harness, cleaned up all of this. I mean, it was a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. But it's gonna be worth it. This is actually not the stock transmission. It is a 240SX transmission, and I do plan to K0824 with this. So this originally was my dad's car back in the day, with the box flares. Just looks good, you know. And this is something I kind of want to bring back. We've had these cars in the family for quite some time, and what better way to take a parts car and make it into something. The body is pretty much decent. It's not that much rust underneath, and I just love these box flares. I know it's dirty right now, but sheesh. It still looks like shit. So I know today was all about the Lexus, but kind of decided to get my hands dirty and take that exhaust out. Super well worth it. This thing is an absolute nightmare. And the fact that I had to take this out in one piece absolutely just sucked, bro. Like, super trash. But it is what it is. We got it out the way. So now I think we just need to clean up this bay and just try to test with this motor, bro. And that's about it. So if you do have that check engine light, it definitely is that PCV leakage. There's some type of vacuum leak. Just all you gotta do is just get some hose clamps and tighten it up. It should be good to go.